Welcome to the StockMiner.com studios. I'm your StockMiner, Brian Johnson, and another sideways day. And we did finish up for the day, and I mean, not too bad. I shouldn't say it was a sideways day. We were up a 0.5%, kind of all around. Nasdaq lagging when it was all said and done, probably due to Apple. Apple had a little bit of a pullback today, but gee, go figure. After it's been up $1,000 in a row, you'd think that maybe it would pull back a couple bucks. And the markets themselves, listen, what we're painting out here, guys, is still a bullish scenario. Cautiously bullish, but still and yet bullish. There's nothing broken here from the bull side whatsoever. Just pounding our head against this upper area. Now, we had a drop just for a little while below that 10,800. I talked to you guys about it and said, below 10,800, good speculative trade to the short side, but you got to be quick, take profits, you got to be watching it, yada yada. And here you have it. This is why. Came right back to meet this blue line. Even saw a little dip below it, but it was just a quick move here before the buyers came back in. Took this thing right back up again. We are beating our head against this upper level. It's just a matter of time, I think, before we maybe see a move up and above 10,900. That would be your next bigger level to really go long. We get above that level, yes, you need to be cautious. Yes, we could see what we did today where it drops below 10,800 and comes back up, whatever. But regardless, it's still a very defensible trade to go long above 10,900. We'll watch that very closely over these next few sessions and see if it can't beat that line before this week is all over with. Sure looks like it wants to. We're getting very stretched up here. Be very cautious. All that other stuff that I've been saying for the last umpteen days. Just keep this in mind. We're still nothing broken from the bull side. Yes, we're extended, but who cares? Okay? Just play this. Play this for what it is. Follow the charts. Back below 10 or back above 10,900, I still think good opportunity for a long play, and I still actually like back below 10,800. So if you guys are looking for your next intraday trades, either long or short, above 10,900, below 10,800 on the Dow. Nasdaq on a 60-minute. Small move to the side here, but you can see as long as it holds up here, what is it? Yeah, it's all bullish. Look at this. Big move up, sideways move. What was it? Bullish. Big move up, sideways move. What was it? Bullish. Big move up here, sideways move. What was it? Bullish. Up, up, up. Pull back here, but it stayed high and stayed above this support level. It was bullish. Yeah, okay. Move up, pull back, move up, sideways. It's bullish. Okay, until these lower levels are broken, this is bullish. When the NDX starts to get back below about 1070, 1065, or I'm sorry, 1970, 1965-ish or so, then maybe we have something in the works here for a move to the downside, but hasn't happened yet, so let's should be cautious. This is holding up. Look at this. This had a nice move back into the 1975 area and straight back up again, meeting with a large doji type candle. You can call that I don't know if I want to call it a hammer, but big doji by the end of the day. I don't know, not of any real consequence. Here's what we're looking at. Still, the move is sideways, sideways, sideways. That is still bullish in the overall picture, regardless of how many days up in a row the Nasdaq has been climbing. Watching for that overhead resistance area of about 2050 to 2060 when this is all said and done, if we continue up over the next couple days. That's obviously what I'm looking for. Beating our head against 1150, as long as it stays up there, this is good to go. This is going to break up. As long as it stays up there, it will break to the upside. Do you need to jump in full force when it breaks 1150? No. But it's a good place to take a good speculative long. And once again, a very defensible place to take your trades. Very defensible. Came back to retest that 1130 mark, and yep, buyers came right back in. Nah, they were having none of it. So, still looking good from the bullish standpoint. Yes, we are moving sideways, but until we get back below about 1130, 1125 here, those are my areas to be watching then for a short. 1125 ultimately. SPX on a daily. Look at this. This is a... What is it? What is it? What is it? If you've been with me for any length of time, you should recognize this as the beginning of what could potentially be a high base formation that is bullish, as we've been talking about. This formation back here was a high base formation. In this case, it resolved downwards. Will we see the same thing over here? I don't know. I don't know. I'm sure a lot of pundits are going to be pointing back to here and going, look how it resolved down. And this could very well do the same thing. But until it does, it's not actually happening. So, taking a short position because it went down over here is no good technical reason for you to get into the short side. If you're hedging, that's one thing. Okay, that's a whole different department. But if you're just getting in short and not even thinking about the long side, I think you're shortchanging yourself here. Don't get caught up in that. Overall, still above that 1130 mark. Yes, it is above the whole inverse head and shoulders thing. We haven't seen the major breakout to the upside yet. Does not mean it's not coming. Any push up and over 1150, 1170. That'd be the next level to be watching. On a weekly, it's only Tuesday, but here you can see we haven't really done a whole lot. Move of about 18 points over the last couple days, so good ranges to play if you want to take some quick profits during the course of a day. Not bad. But overall, nothing really to be playing on a longer term time frame. VIX on a daily was up today, but just barely. Basically break even. So VIX still has no clue what it wants to do, which means that there's really no fear coming into the markets whatsoever. We did have a break up and into the 24 area, which is the second time we've done that, but quickly dissipates. Just doesn't hold there. Once again, lots of room to the upside, lots of room to the downside. VIX telling us nothing in through here, except there is, at this point, no fear in the markets yet. Apple on a 60 pulled back $4.30 today. This line is all messed up. Why? Because Stock Charts gets it wrong sometimes. So I'll have to go in and I'll have to play around with some of these lines. I might change a couple things anyway while I'm in there, but down today. Apparently, did it see 275? I didn't actually follow Apple today. Let me just pull it up here on my other charts and see if that is legit. Yeah, it looks like I got a tail here on a different charting program that I use, and it does show 275 over here. So I wonder if it was one of those fat finger things where things just dropped down for a second and then released. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I'm not going to put a lot of credence in this whole tail thing down here. I'm not going to get caught up in it. Below 285, I'd be cautious if you were long. I don't know if I can make it any more simple than that. How about that? Below 285, I think makes for an opportunity to maybe play this intraday short and or maybe start looking to be cautious with your long. It is a little bit extended up here, as we've been talking about. But any breaks back to the upside, you're looking at above 291 and then above 295 for your long play. Same thing here on the daily. Got that big long tail. I don't know if that means anything. I'm not exactly sure why that's even showing, but must be legit. A couple of different programs are showing the same thing. We'll see if that gets changed in the overnight hours. But as right now, it is what it is. And so we're seeing a pullback here in Apple. But look, it's just a pullback. It's 2 days. Big deal. So nothing to be too panicked about. However, if you are looking to lock in some profits, I would suggest that any move back below about 285 would be a good time to maybe do that. You can always re-enter. Welcome to the stock market. What a beautiful thing. Apple on a weekly. It's only Tuesday. Won't worry about it. But do notice how we touched this 275 area. That was where my green line originally was at. 280, 275 being some of the bigger areas to watch now on the way back down. FAS on a 60-minute really just chopping sideways. Look, up a whole whopping 15 cents. There was a little bit of opportunity to play this intraday, but this is exactly the type of thing that's going to get you chopped up. This is precisely what's going to get you chopped up. Very difficult to know. Do I stay in? Do I get out? When do I get in? When do I get out? Those type of things. Very hard on these choppy days. So wait for more major breaks. 22.25 and or below 20.50 is your entries long and short. From the FAZ standpoint, back above 13.50, I still like that for an opportunity to the long side, back into 13.75, then up to 14 above that, and or below 12.75 for a short. That has not changed for me on either one of the time frames. Here on a short, 12.75. Here on a long, you can see why we touched and ran away. A hit of the 20-day moving average. This is why you have to be so careful playing these triple ETFs. Back up above 13.75, still the better place to be looking to get into this trade. So keep those levels in mind coming into tomorrow. Not much else to talk about right now. We can get into all kinds of other things that I'm sure would make that would be of actually no use to me in my trading as we talk about the news, because it isn't going to matter. If the market goes up tomorrow, guess what? The news will have a reason for why it went up. I don't care what that reason is. They'll find a reason. And if it goes down, they'll also have a reason for why it went down. What we're going to do is you and I are just going to wait for major breaks of these lines, and then we're going to take our trades. And the charts will tell us what to do from that point forward. So I will see you again tomorrow night. Bye.